I see. Well, I didn't really see a dead person, but it's still pretty scary here. Hey, all right, so we're hanging out now in the lobby at Eloise Asylum. John, tell me about this picture.
So this is actually the original portrait of Eloise. So this is Eloise, and this is her Saint Bernard. It was actually a portrait that hung here for over 100 years. If you see, you can still see the anchors that used to hang here. So if anybody's seen the movie, this is the portrait. This is where it used to hang. Westland Historic Village has it now.
Oh, I was wondering. I'm like, so where'd the picture go? At least it went someplace where it's being, being accounted for, so that's good.
Yep.
And Eloise was actually the daughter of the first postmaster of Detroit. All right, we are on the 3rd floor of Eloise Asylum right now. We're in the record room or the x-ray room would be more appropriate, John. John is the owner of Eloise, and he was telling us that the very first x-rays that were taken here in Michigan were taken right here at Eloise, but there's more to that story.
It's actually the world.
The world?
Yeah. This is where the first x-ray was ever shot in the world.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And the gentleman who did this came from Germany.
Yeah.
And
they allowed him to set up all of his equipment and practice on the patients till they got it right in the late 1800s.
Can you imagine the amount of radiation some of these people were subjected to as a result? Okay.
And I found out that the original x-ray machine is probably buried on a lot somewhere to the east of the property.
Is it worth digging for?
I don't know if I want all that mercury and
right.
So
yikes, that's another 696 waiting to happen. All right, let's move on.
That was good.
All right, so right now we are on the 5th floor. I brought a compass with me, and it's been acting very strange here at Eloise, but I'm just setting it there for now. The room itself, again, this is on the 5th floor, and John was saying this is where the most disturbed, for lack of a better term, patients were brought, and that there's one of these rooms on each floor, but this is the last remaining tub, and this was used for hydrotherapy. Hydrotherapy isn't what you would think it would be. Like, that sounds relaxing, bubbly. They actually had the control panel. I'm going to step around, but Stephen, if you'll go in this way, they had these control panels, and they would either choose scalding hot or icy cold water, and the reason why the tub is on a pedestal is so that the patient would be put. Did you hear whistling?
No, that's my shoe, sorry.
Okay, thank you. And then it was so the staff could more easily hold them down. Like, hydrotherapy was not that far off from waterboarding. So my question is, how does the spirit box work?
There's really no rhyme or reason how, what, why.
But it uses radio waves in some form?
Yes.
That's amazing.
Yes. You might know what hospital we're at?
You should be asking for the spirit of everything.
Do you know what her name is?
Danielle. I heard Danielle. That was Danielle for sure.
I heard it.
Holy cow. Do you know who this person is? What their name is?
Now I feel like I heard Angie.
I heard Danielle again.
Is there evil in this place?
Who's the demon?
Oh, right away. Is this what happens to everyone that passes on?
Yes.
Yeah, that's me. Can you talk to others that have passed that are not here?
I heard multiple yet. Yep.
Can you talk to Tom Petty? That's worth asking.
Okay, I heard go again.
Is Tom happy?
Very.
Do you have hope?
Oh, did you hear that weird whisper?
Do you like music?
I heard yeah. Rock.
Rock. There you go.
Well done, sir. Thank you. The first set of ghost hunters to come through Eloise tonight, and when the guests come in, then they each have, quite literally, ghost hunters, like people from Joe's Place, Unknown Paranormal of Detroit. And there's actually a bunch of different things that are used to help detect the ghosts. Can you tell us about some of them, Joe? And thank you for setting all this up.
Oh, no problem. So over here we have what's called a U-Pod. It's something that I make. It's a 3D printer. It's the same concept as a REM pod, but if there's any energy, whether it's human, whether it's paranormal, if it gets close to it, to the antenna, it's going to start making the lights go off and it's going to buzz. Then we got the mag flashlights, the mini mag flashlights, favorite tool. The spirits can pass their energy through there, make them come on, make them come off. We've had investigations where they did Morse code through it.
Oh my goodness.
So that's pretty amazing.
We did experience that down in the basement with John, where his flashlight kept going off.
Yep. Right here is a Paranologies. It's a 360, and it's pretty much the same as a U-Pod. If energy gets around it, it's going to light up in color.
Which I love that. This is getting used, because who didn't have one of these back in the
Right?
day? Like, I loved them. And Joe was telling me that they've actually seen them where 2 to 3 fingerprints will light up on this even though nobody's touching it. So that's pretty crazy.
And it produces energy because spirits need energy to communicate.
Not gonna-
It's just an amazing place with the paranormal activity that's here, but mainly with the history as well.
Yeah.
It just, if you walk through these halls and just imagine what it was like back in the day.
Yeah, that whole thing of if the walls could talk, man.
Absolutely.
We would not
Absolutely.
like everything Eloise had to say, that's for sure.
Absolutely.
Yikes. All right, well, hey, thanks for your time, and
No
good luck
problem.
with all the ghost tours. How long are you all doing it? Like,
We're doing it every Friday and Saturday. John's doing the tours on Saturdays and Sunday, right? Saturday and Sunday. So we're doing historical tours during the day and then paranormal at night on Fridays and Saturdays.
that's a great point. They're doing historical tours, which is a much different vibe during the day, and talking more about the history behind Eloise as well. So they have a ton of options online. You can check it out at Eloise Asylum, man. It's right here in Westland, City of the Week.